Shalom. Call Haloyam La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahabushai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahabushai, Brakata Racha Kodash, Bahasham, Yahabushai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Shalom and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops and the elders and the Akim and the Akwath of the hopeful elect. Shalom. Just want to go into a lesson entitled Psalm 64, Parable of Esau. You know, when you read the scriptures in the spirit, you know, the Most High reveal unto you the dark sands and the hidden manna of the deep knowledge and wisdom from the Almighty power, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, because these scriptures, you know, it expands into the end of the earth. And there's a lot of prophecies within the Holy Scriptures, you know, that relates to those times and then to come, you know, and are applicable, you know, applicable to our enemies today. So we'll start here in the book of Psalm 64, verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. So David was on the run from enemies. You know, that was chiefly, you know, that was his own people. And also, you know, he waged a lot of wars. As the women sung the song, you know, David killed his tens of thousands, you know, his 10,000s. I'm roughly paraphrasing, and that made Saul jealous because they said he only killed thousands, you know. So, but so David, he was had many enemies, you know. He in the wars he waged against the heathen nations, and then he had enemies within the nation, traitors, even his own son, right? But chiefly it's going into also the hidden manna, the dark sand. You know, it's the enemies of the Israelites, the so-called white man. So we'll get because who's our chief enemy now? Because we know that the words of the Most High, the Bible, is timeless, meaning what? Depending on what era you're living in, the Bible will apply to whichever era and whichever period of the earth you're living in, the age of the earth you're living in, it applies to that time then, and then there's prophecies for the end times. So Isaiah 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? And we know that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has weakened all the nations of the earth, and he's the chief enemy of the Israelites. Well, first, he's the enemy of the Most High. He's adversarial to the law, statutes, and commandments, and everything righteous of the Most High. And he weakened all the nations to be able to be the number one nation on, you know, to be the world superpower, right? And that word Lucifer goes into light bearer. We get it here in the Blue Letter Bible, which means halal in the Hebrew, halal, and that means praise. As I say in the opening of my videos, you know, call haloyam la. I mean, that's plural, but call halal, call means all, halal means praises, praise or praises, all praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah. So that means halal right here. So Lucifer equals light bearer, shining one, morning star, Lucifer. And he wants to be like the Most High, right? He's the ultimate narcissist, meaning he has the ultimate God complex. He wants to be the Most High, right? He wants everybody to listen to what he says, or you can't work unless you roll up your sleeves and do that, right? Get that jump shot. So of the king of Babylon, you see. That's Slakia. Give me one moment. Let me see something. All right, Slakia. So this word Lucifer equals light bearer, shining one, morning star, Lucifer. So that's what the Lucifer means. So we know what the Illuminati means, the light bearers, and that's the Illuminati, the shadow government that runs the earth. You know, so they're the ones in the background, and they're the ones making everyone think that they have all of the knowledge and to do everything they say, and that they're the innocent good people, right? As they portray through the media and TV, and they brain pollute the people, not brainwash. They dirty their brains, right, and their understanding and comprehension. See, right here it says of the king of Babylon, and we know that this is talking about the so-called white man over here in Babylon the Great. And who's the king of Babylon the Great? The so-called white man. Trump is the head of that right now. He's the face, although he's the puppet, but the puppet that's being controlled by the so-called light bearers behind the scenes, the shadow government, aka the Illuminati, the light so-called light bearers. See Halal describing the king of Babylon because he wants to be praised in all the earth, and as if he has the light, and as he has, and he wants everyone to think that he has the way of living, as this is a very degenerate, demeaning way of living, making everyone a slave to a 9 to 5, right, and to pay bills and taxes all the time until you die. This is just a corporation just to fill his pockets with money and to have everybody in subjection to him. So let's see. Let's get that in the NLT. How you are fallen from heaven, O shining star, son of the morning. You have been thrown down to the earth, you who destroyed the nations of the world. And we'll go down, get it here in the amp version right here. It says, how you have fallen from heaven, O star of the morning, light bringer, son of the dawn. You have been cut down to the ground. You who have weakened the nations, king of Babylon. You see, the scriptures, the biblical scholars, they have some understanding about, things that they can verify because they're carnal. They need a sign and token to understand, to verify the truth of the facts that the scriptures speak on. And so they know that this is talking about the Babylonian king. So whoever is the king of Babylon, and we know that in the last days this is talking about that, the king of Babylon, Babylon the Great. So we want everyone to think that he's the son of the morning, and that he has the way, but he has the way of Satan. So we'll get Jeremiah 50 and 23. How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? So we see that the Most High, he's bringing down the hammer of the earth. And what does a hammer do? Smash things, right? That's what Esau has done with his atomic bomb and his rockets and his air force and military. He's the hammer of the earth, and he's destroying everybody, right? But the Most High is cutting them down, and that's that man of sin being revealed, the son of perdition, prophesied in the book, I believe is what, the Thessalonians. So he's being exposed now in these last days. Isaiah 14 and 6, 14 and 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Because the nations, they despise the so-called white man. Everywhere he goes, everyone despises him because the Most High is making them bare, and his nakedness his shame is being seen. He's being exposed for being a perpetual liar, deceiver, and a thief, and a sinner, and a criminal, and a murderer. Everything wicked, he's being exposed for, right? Destroying the earth. The Most High is bringing them down. Isaiah 47, and that's the enemy of the Most High and of the Israelites. And David said, save me from the enemy, from the fear of the enemy. Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. You see, O virgin daughter of Babylon. See, this America is Babylon the Great. That's the daughter of Babylon. And the scriptures say about in Matthew 23:15, I believe a proselyte, travel and they convert, or a teacher go and trying to convert men to their religion, right? And when they do, these false teachers and false prophets, and when they convert a pupil, a disciple, right, unto them, he's twice the child of hell that teacher is, because that teacher knows he's teaching false doctrine. But then that person that they convert to their doctrine is twice as bad, because they believe that it's true and don't know that it's false, and they're going to argue tooth and nail, for that false, wicked doctrine. So Babylon has a daughter, and it's America. It's Babylon the Great. It's even worse than the old Babylon. What I'm saying, twice the child of hell of old ancient Babylon. It says, "Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Because this was the place, this was the destination for all the heathen nations on the earth. The land of the free, land of the home of the brave, or whatever, how that phrase go. Home of the brave, land of the free, or whatever that is. Land of opportunity. That's what the great democracy. But people are realizing that this is even worse. America's tried to frame China and North Korea and them as in a bad light for being a communist government, but America is far worse than a communist government. They're a communist government on steroids, because they're behind the scenes controlling everything. The shadow government runs America. There's no free will. There's no free election process. The presidents are selected by the Luciferians behind the scenes. So this place is a big joke, and the Most High is opening that curtain and letting the whore and the minions that control the whore behind the scenes are being exposed by the Heavenly Father Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, in the name of Yahweh Shah. So from there we'll get Revelation 18:2. "And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit." You see, every foul spirit in the earth that can be in the earth is in Babylon the Great. This is the worst place in the history of mankind, in America, Babylon the Great. And the hold of, it's the hold, meaning this place has a stronghold on every wicked demonic spirit, and it's thriving here in Babylon the Great. It's a stronghold here. Satan has a stronghold on this place. And every filthy, degenerate wickedness that from the carnal mind can create is here in this place. And these spirits and these evil, wicked demons they're on these people, and they have a stronghold on these people. That's why you have these people that change their gender, and that's the vile, filthy, degenerate, that a person can be, can just change their whole gender, and their species, pretty much. That's a very that's a very foul spirit. They got a stronghold in this country, and everybody and these people are out of their minds. They got demons and spirits on them. They got legions of demons on them. Even worse than the old in that story about that man said, "My name is Legion, for we are many," because there was demons on that man, right? That's these people today, and they're even worse because they're taking all these drugs, all these horrible drugs that's exacerbating and enhancing that wickedness. So, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. That's America. It's the worst place, the most foul spirits ever, just festering and just hulking up, getting stronger and stronger. But the elect of the Most High, they're shining brighter and brighter, stronger and stronger, making the Most High, making our heads strong against the wicked foreheads, right? Who are willing to wear the number of the elect. So, Jeremiah 51, and verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. See, this place is suddenly being. People are now realizing that this place is got a black a cloud, a dark cloud over it, and they know that there's impending judgments that's about to come down on this place because this place is ripe. The wickedness has been fulfilled. Wickedness and sin has been maximized in Babylon the Great in America. And so it's time for this whore to be judged by the Most High Power for her wickedness. A howl for her, take balm for her pain. And that balm is like, basically a remedy, a medicinal remedy to heal a wound. Her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. It says the Most High say, if so she may be healed, but the Most High know he's being, it's sarcastic because sarcasm because of course this place will not be healed, and he know that people are going to try to, but there is no remedy for the Most High's destruction when he begins the process of breaking down someone or a nation. So that's why we hope for his mercy, because there's nothing that we can do. We just hope the Most High can have mercy upon us. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. See, his place going to get worse and worse. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth into heaven, and is lifted up even into the skies. As I just said, iniquity, aka sin and wickedness, has been maximized and then some. It's right. America's right for judgment. All the evil, wicked spirits here that's on these people. Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, and that's going to the Luciferians, the Illuminati, aka light bringers in the shadows. They have these think tanks, right, and they try to keep society in sin because that's the only way that they can be on top. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. The society is run. The earth is run by the workers of iniquity. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9 and 24. Verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword, meaning sharpen and get it ready, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. You see, they say words can't hurt you, but words are very powerful building blocks or destructive weapons to tear down whoever it is you're aiming at. That's why the so-called white man has always spoke so negative and just cast such an evil, negative image of so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, the lost 12 tribes of Israel, because it's to tear down our image, murder our image, right? They are murderers, verbal murderers, and make us look bad amongst all the nations and even amongst each other, and to turn our women against their men, and brother against brother. And all that's been done by Esau's words, and he even hires people that look like us, right? Hire our own people to sell out and to make us look bad and to push the evil agendas of those behind the scenes, right? Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They don't fear the sinning that they do with their lips and with their words, and the assassination of our character that they do. They don't even fear the Most High judgment for that, because that's a great sin. As the scriptures say, he that uttereth a slander is a fool. So we're being ruled over by foolish children of base man, the basest man of the earth. Let's see. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. Snares mean traps. They say, who shall see them? But they're so foolish till they don't even realize the Most High sees it all, but they think they're being hid. They're hid from men's eyes, but not the Most High. We'll get this real quick. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 23:19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. You see, the Most High's eyes is everywhere, 10,000 times brighter than the sun. I mean, you can't look at the sun no more than a couple seconds, right? And you got this glare, and it hurts, right? Most High's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than that, so he sees everything, and he sees through you, see your spirit and everything. Like X-ray vision times times a million. So let's see. Verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, because they have these. They brainstorm wickedness. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Their mind. You see, because they only want to try to do wickedness and think tanking and brainstorming, trying to mastermind wickedness. That's all they care about. It's a joke when people try to, defend the wickedness of these people, but they're wicked too for defending. They're defending wickedness, and that it makes them wicked as well. Because every bird, like is a flock to his own kind. And if you're defending wickedness and trying to make an excuse and get them a pass, trying to make a case for them, then it makes you a part of them as well. Ezekiel 28 and verse 3. Behold, but then the same people that defend the so-called white man and their wickedness, I have no problem condemning their own and saying, yeah, they're wicked and want to have nothing to do with them, right? Of course, 2/3 are wicked, and you want to steer clear, but don't be a hypocrite and slander your own, and then defend another nation that's wicked. That's filthy. Pretty much, bottom line. So Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. You see, because Esau, his heart, as we just read, his heart is deep. So, he is very wicked. This is a parable and another dark saying right here, speaking about Esau, Edom. His heart is deep. He's wiser than Daniel. Why? Because Esau, he want to try to search out the depths of the ocean, the heights of the skies. He want to try to plant a flag on the moon, and then he also he has little bitty microscopic, he has very very tiny microphones and cameras, and he sticks them in the ants underground in the ant layer, right? And you have documentaries where you can see how ants live on the ground, and the very tiniest insects he records. That's his heart is very deep. He want to be like the Most High, know everything. He can only try to learn as much as he can, because he don't create anything, right? All he can do is observe in this wicked, proud spirit. Verse 4. Well, let's see. Yeah. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and has gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. So he's masterminded how to destroy everybody in all kingdoms, and to install puppet leaders of those nations he destroyed and run them behind the scenes, while taking all of their natural resources and being rich beyond a person can think about having in this life and in this world. Although the riches that come from the spiritual riches from the Most High is infinitely greater than that, In this corner world, he has the most beyond anyone else in his realm. Verse 5. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic thou hast increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. He's a carnal beast. He's an ignorant fool, because he trusts in his money, like that's going to save him, or as if he's going to flee from the judgment to come. And this traffic right here talking about his import and exports, the seas, how he travel, he import goods from China and everywhere else he gets goods from the I can't think of it right now, but where the ships dock at the bays, and I can't think of what that's called right now, but the ship, the commerce, the economy. He get his money through the the travel of the cargo, right? Then the trucking industry, traveling all the goods, transporting all the goods all across the country and throughout the four corners of the earth. And he's gotten his money and gotten into contracts, with these different nations, and got all of his riches. And verse 17. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. Yes, going to Lucifer, the light bearer's right brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. Like we read in Isaiah 47:1. Sit thee in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. So it says, I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings that they may behold thee. And all the nations are seeing this person seeing Esau being thrown to the ground by the Most High. They're being exposed. Let's see. Isaiah 47:5. Because the spirit hit me, Esau, that's how all the nations are going to see Esau fall, because they're going to see it on television. They're seeing his fall and the degeneracy of the whole country of Babylon and Great America falling, and everyone is seeing it. They're seeing it through social media, through the internet, and through TV and movies. They see how much this, through the media, they see how far this place is falling. They're seeing it throughout the four corners of this, and that's how they're being able to see the whole America being destroyed and being exposed. Let's see. Let's see. 47:5, Isaiah. Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. You see, all the nations are seeing how wicked are waking up to the wine of fornication of the whore, America, and they starting to see, they thought that she was something special, but realize they're starting to wake up from it and realize that this is nothing but a degenerate, blasphemous, profane, wicked beast. As the scriptures say, therefore they're mad, right? They were made drunk, and now therefore they're mad because they were awakened into her wickedness. Let's see. Revelation chapter 18 and verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off. You see, that's the kings of the earth in bed with the whore America, making money. They live deliciously with her. Why? Because she has the Israelites, the lost 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called Black Latino Native American Indians, and they're able to live deliciously and make all this money off of our destruction. And they're wilting now because all of their economies are starting to suffer because of the destruction of the whore, and everything is starting to just break down all over the earth. And shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. And that's the ultimate end game the Most High has for the whore America, Babylon the Great, being destroyed with those nukes. Verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And that's America, Babylon the Great. Everyone going to see it. It will be televised, like they're seeing it. Verse 10. Verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. See, that's that traffic we just read in Ezekiel, right? In 28, I believe. Speaking about the traffic, America got rich through the traffic, meaning the transportation of the imports and exports throughout, from America and out. So and it goes into all of the stuff that that America has been transporting, all of the money they've gotten hand over fist, and that's just basically what's going on. They're being exposed at every level. Ezekiel 28. In verse 5. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. See, I want to bring that out again. So see the traffic going into I can't think of the proper phrase or whatever for it, but just the imports and exports of the cargo of the ships that bring in the goods, and they make their riches off of that. Okay, Psalms chapter 64 and verse 8. Oh, hold up, let me get Revelation 18 and 17. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off. You see, and verse 18, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is likened to this great city? So you see, that's what we're talking about. That's that traffic, and that's that the imports and exports. The merchants of the earth. That's going into the trade. Of the cargo ships. So that's what that's going into. The shipmaster going into the travel. Man, I just can't think of it right now, but whatever. But I'm sure y'all get to understand what I'm referencing here. Let's see, Psalm 64 and verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. What does that mean? Babylon the Great, the Americans, they're exposing and telling on their government and making videos all throughout social media exposing their own people. So they're the only reason, and I've said it way back, they're only doing it because they now see that their own leaders, their own government that they worshipped, right, and praised and had nothing but love and complimentary things to say about them, right, when they were winning and able to get the best credit scores and the top jobs and be on top, underneath their government, right, and be proud about it, right. Now they're saying something about it because the government is turning upon them. They didn't say anything when so-called blacks, Latinos, Native, when they had nothing to say when blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians was being destroyed by so-called white man, Salakia. But now that the white man is turning on them, now they want to speak out about it. They're hypocrites. Nothing worse, well, not many things worse than a filthy hypocrite. So, verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Everyone is starting to despise seeing so-called white people, and there's videos, so-called whites, now playing the victim, saying why people hating them all of a sudden, as if they don't see all of the wickedness and filth that they have stockpiled over the years. They just filthy hypocrites. They want to play victim. They no accountability. That's why this nation is filled with people that don't take accountability. Why? Because the leaders are that way, and they push no accountability. And now they want to cry and complain. Ecclesiasticus 41, I think it is, in verse 1. Let's see. Verse 5. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. Okay, the point is verse 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. See, all of the sins of their forefathers, their ancestors, and now, their government, and they're being reproached, they're being exposed and being condemned for it, and then they want to play, they're going to complain and play victim now, Verse 6, the inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and that's what's happening in America, Babylon the Great. Their inheritance that they got from those sins and crimes and the bloody past of their dads, right? Their forefathers, their grandfathers. Now they inherited it, but that inheritance is going to perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach, meaning their seed, and that's their perpetual reproach, because they've only sown evil deeds, and you reap what you sow, right? Galatians 6 and 7 through 9. But people that want to save their oppressor, they don't want to comprehend and understand it, but they'll easily comprehend if a brother do something else, and say that he wicked, going to get judgment. They like, yep, sure will. When you say something about a so-called white man, like, now you can't have that hate. Fools. But continuing on. Fools and hypocrites. Psalm 64 and verse let's get Matthew 12 and verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. You see, so this is Yahushua making a parables, and this applies to any nation. If they're divided against themselves, they can't stand, and we know that there's whites, so-called whites versus whites. It's basically the so-called white elites versus the so-called white lower class, subservient class. So, verse 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? It won't be able to stand, right? So, Isaiah 13 and 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, in the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, in the name Yahushua of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase roe. And that's going to the thermonuclear missiles going to cause that great earthquake. And it shall come, and it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, that they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Because they see the destruction, and they see the writing on the wall. As the ancient Babylonian Empire, when the Most High had that hand right on the wall. I think Tekel, Hekel, I can't remember all of the names, the words that the Most High put, and it all translated to, his kingdom is measured, his time, his kingdom's lifespan is determined, and he's going to be judged now. And that's the same as modern Babylon, like Babylon the Great, in America. So we'll get Psalm 64 and verse 9 through 10. And all men shall fear, and shall declare the work of Yahweh in the name of Yahushua. They shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord Yahweh in the name of Yahushua, and shall trust in him. And all the upright in heart shall glory. So the righteous is the elect that's blessed with salvation. So all men is going to fear and they're going to declare the work of the Most High, because they're going to realize this is definitely the Most High that has done this, taking down this great bastard that that everyone thought that could never be taken down because of the might of their military, right? Even Putin and them over there too. They're all Edomites, and they all have all of the world. They have the devastating weapons in the history of mankind. And when they get taken down, America, then Russia, and them, they'll realize this is definitely the Most High, right? And so the righteous going to be delivered, and they're going to be glad in the Lord Yahweh in the name and Yahweh Shai, in the name of Yahweh Shai, and trust in the Most High always and forever for eternity, in the kingdom of heaven. And it says, and all the upright in mind shall glory, because that word heart goes to your mind. So with that being said, I hope this video is edifying. The water to the Chakadash Bashem, Yahweh Shai for another video. Until next video, I say, Shalom.